Hello everybody and welcome to Fire Force Season 2 Episode 20 Anime Review. An episode that, yeah, he's the Juggernaut, bitch. It was awesome. Let's just be honest. I'm wondering because I said the B word, YouTube's not going to like that. Oh well. It was a very solid episode. Obviously that last part, I liked the, if Shinra had shown up, that would have been like, come on man, what's up with that? How's that possible? But no, it was way better and way cooler. In my opinion. Kind of wish Tamaki would do something other than being the damsel in distress for once. But, you know, I'm not going to nitpick. It was a good episode. Juggernaut's awesome. It's really good at just taking side characters and just giving them an awesome moment that makes you go, you know what, that guy's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this episode a lot. Pretty funny in the earlier parts, even though a lot of people were dying. They played it comedically, which is kind of weird. And then it got super serial for the second half, I would say. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see exactly how everything went down, and do this thing. We begin the episode with everybody moving in, everyone's in their unique groups. Shinra doesn't seem to have any problems with his. Arthur is being very Arthur-like. Hinawa gets the surprise of Maki's brother, who's, what is it, Takagi? Something like that. He is going to be joining Hinawa's group. He doesn't like Hinawa because he tricked Maki, and Hinawa was just confused, like, I did what? I don't remember doing that. Tamaki's with Juggernaut, and she clings to him because she's scared of the dark, and he's a big, strong lad and all that. What else happens? The captain of that group, who is called, I wrote it down, Hajiki. He's pretty cool, we find out later on. Well, he was pretty cool. He accidentally gets Tamaki naked. Haha, it's a funny. He also loses, he has amnesia or something. He forgets things immediately. So that's his character trait, I guess. Yeah, Tamaki gets naked as you expect. She puts her clothes back on eventually though. There's a nearby explosion. Things start kicking off. Tamaki, get your clothes on quickly. Team Licht run into a load of infernals. In fact, everyone has run into a load of infernals. We then see who's behind all this. It's Ritsu. She's with a group called the Knights of Purple Haze. There are 5 including her, so presumably each one of the groups, I guess, will fight one of them. And then I guess Shinra will probably end up fighting Ritsu if I was to guess. That is her name, right? I haven't actually, they ever said it and I forgot to look it up. So I think her name was Ritsu though. So I'm just going to say it was, but things are kicking off all around is basically what's happening. We then get to that comedy I talked about, which is pretty funny. So, there's just death flags that were raised all over the place. One dude said, I'll marry you after this mission. One was like, I'll take the day off so we can have our baby this mission. Another guy was like, I want to wear these fancy trainers after this mission. Or sneakers for you Americans. Trainers in the UK. But yeah, they all death flag themselves, and of course they all get deaded. There's explosions, there's biting, there's a lot of stuff going on. And then one of the dudes is like, oh man, this is like that zombie movie I watched the other day. And then all the dead crew members start getting up and are zombies and are shooting and stabbing their own team. And it's pretty brutal. One guy gets stabbed through the chest, and it's like, damn, that was a bit brutal. That was almost the most brutal death of this whole series. I think Joker, when he killed that dude, that was the most brutal. Not to say there's not a brutal one in this episode. That wasn't it, the stabbing. We'll get to it, but you obviously know. Licht is a bit... He's worried because his whole team is now zombies, and he just runs away. And it's like it's that Ritsu girl, or he's that blue girl from the from before. So he knows what's going on. But he's just running around. He's like, someone else, help me! I am under attack from all sides. I need to find someone from my squad, my homies. Help a brother out, please. Juggernaut gets blown apart by Hajiki in trying to save him, but because this is Juggernaut and he's about 90% hollow man, he's completely fine, obviously. And Tamaki's just like, yeah, okay, I get you. You fine after that, that's all good. Forgetful Captain, Hajiki, he's awesome, it turns out. So his power is like thermal vision, basically. He can see through walls, he can see apparently what's an ally and what's an enemy, or I guess it's probably that the Infernals are way hotter than humans, so he knows to he knows where everyone is basically, and he's got these guns and he's doing all kinds of cool things. His gun work is just guns. Why did the second all have guns, by the way? Kind of weird. I guess they're related to the military, so I guess that makes actually a lot of sense. They are, he does a lot of good things. He wipes out all the infernals. He does cool things. He catches the bullet, like the casing, on his tongue, and then has it smoke from his tongue. It's pretty cool. Probably was hot, might burn through your tongue. Not good. They were going to use their ability. Let's regroup with other people that got lost. Let's do that. And then they see a white clad out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, let's see how they're going to deal with this. And then flipping, what was his name? Hajiki's head just goes flying off. He gets properly decapitated, and I was like, that was sudden. I thought he was going to be like a new, not main character, but sort of like Ogun and them, and I guess Juggernaut himself, like a side character who will pop up every so often and be like, oh, we know you, you have cool powers, or like Shinmon and the others. But no, he just gets properly decapitated. It was so sudden, I honestly thought it was like a illusion power that this person had, just to make the other two freak out. But no, he's proper dead, you know. That was pretty brutal, and there was like blood everywhere. It was like, this episode got dark. A lot of bleeding, a lot of death. White clad, pretty bad people. I think we can all agree on that right now. Upon seeing Hajiki's pretty brutal murder, Juggernaut screams, like he screams a lot and starts freaking out and everything and panicking. And so it's up to Tamaki to save the day. Although I say that, she figures pretty roughly, she's like, I have a lot of good heat resistance, so maybe I can not get one hit KO'd, or one hit, you know, deaded. And that is actually true. She can withstand the blows of the whip. That's what weapon the white clad uses. I forgot her name. I don't care. She's just a generic villain. Yeah, she can withstand the hits her body can. She's getting hurt, but she's not dying. That's the important thing. However, her clothes cannot withstand the hit. What do you want me to say? You know, at this point, I'm not even surprised, so I'm not even going to mention it. Yeah, her clothes can't. And then she starts getting impaled. Because I guess it can harden the whip, and it's just because it's flames, obviously, and flames can definitely harden. And yeah, it starts like burning through her chest, and more specifically her bra, or just her shirt. I don't even know what that is. Does she wear a shirt? Probably not, but that's not relevant. Yeah, she remembers while she's getting impaled that Shinra said he'll save her, and she's like, Shinra, come save me. And at this point, I was like, if he actually comes, that's BS, right? Because he should be with his team. But no, Shinra does not come save her. She just dies, and that's the end. No, she gets saved by the Juggernaut, because she went like hero like that, and then wabam, fire. It looked like Shinra's kick, and I was like, that's BS. But no, it was like a hazy, but you can clearly see it's Juggernaut, because Shinra is like this big, and Juggernaut is like this big. So it was pretty obvious Juggernaut making the save for young Tamaki. We then get the Juggernaut is actually really, really awesome section. So we get a little bit of his backstory. He was scared of fire, even a little tiny flame. We might have already known that, but it's, you know, put into perspective here. Hajiki was the one that told him, have faith in yourself. You are big and you are strong. And then he was like, I'm strong and big, and you, tiny white-clad lady, are small, so I will wreck you. He has fire Gatling guns. She has, it's called the Medusa whip, is what her whip's called. It's pretty cool. She's deflecting all the attacks, like spinning it to, you know, knock away the fire bullets. It's pretty cool. Juggernaut, however, he's Juggernaut, right? He's avoiding most of the attacks simple by the proxy of, he's got a big body, but that's not actually half his body. So she's just like hitting hollow air, basically. Then we get another flashback with his ma and Hajiki both being the ones to encourage him to save people. His ma was like, you're strong, you're third generation, you know, but if you don't go join the fire force, you know, that could cause trouble, not cause trouble, but it could be bad later down the line. You could have saved someone because you're not there, you couldn't save them. So he's like, yeah, you have to go and everything. And he's just like, I just want to look after potatoes, man. I don't want to go fight things. But no, he says, I'm a great big fire soldier, and it's pretty cool. It's like, yes, you are, Juggernaut. Yes, you are. He takes all these slices to, like, his limbs are getting cut off, but they're instantly recovering. Real underrated scene. Like, he's got like a atomic bomb or something in his hand, and his hand keeps getting cut off, and then eventually, like, cut off, and then his real hand launches through and grabs the bomb. That's a real underrated moment of this episode, just like that, whoa-bam. He's got such a skinny arm too, but it's just like, okay, I've got that. And he grabs the rocket in her face. Her face gets all distorted because there's a rocket there. the nuke explodes. I don't exactly know what it is, but it explodes. Tamaki's like, oh no, and then he like smiles back like, yeah. So hopefully Juggernaut's not dead, right? Like, I am kind of worried. Like, I'm a little bit worried, but in the opening, Tamaki was hugging like what seemed to be Shinra, but I'm actually starting to think no. I think Juggernaut's gonna like blow away all the excess, and we're just gonna be left with just Juggernaut main body, and then Tamaki will give Juggernaut a big old hug. That's kind of how I see it going. I could be wrong though. I hope Juggernaut doesn't die. If they've killed Juggernaut and Tamaki gets with Shinra anyway, like, okay, but come on, Juggernaut's earned it at this point. You're right. Juggernaut's earned the right to get with worst girl. Okay, just let him do it. It's not too hard. That was the end of the episode. We'll have to see if Juggernaut survives or not. They didn't give it away in the preview, which, I should say I was annoyed about, but of course I'm not. It'll keep me excited for next week. Yeah, Juggernaut's awesome. Tamaki continues to be Tamaki. At this point, I think I've just got to accept that they're never going to do anything really big with her, and that's just the thing I'm going to have to get used to, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to like Tamaki, but nah. I think a part of me likes some of her, but it's Tamaki at the end of the day. But hey, Juggernaut's cool, so that's good. Hajiki was cool. I assume next week we're gonna get more with Hinawa and Maki's brother, because they didn't really do much else with that for the rest of this episode. Maybe we'll check in on Shinra and Arthur as well. Who knows? I think Licht will probably reunite with someone too. That'll probably also happen. But yeah, what was my favourite part of this week's episode? Keep that in, it's fine. What is my favourite part of this week's episode? You'll never guess. It's really, you know, we all know. So obviously my favourite part is Tamaki stripping, right? And her very, very nice bod. No, I jest. Calm down. No, it is of course the Juggernaut section. Just him being really, really cool. A man was made today. He is putting his name into the hat for best boy. Come on, Juggernaut. Come on, lad. I don't have much else to add. It was just really cool. When did Fire Force get this good? Like, I'm genuinely, I thought about this afterwards, how hyped I was getting. Like, I never got this hyped in season 1. I was like, yeah, that was alright. Like, I say it every week. Was I just too harsh on season 1? Like, do I need to rewatch and be like, okay, this is pretty good actually? Because I'll do it, man, like all the time. But, no, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm actually, unlike how I was with the first season, where I was like, oh god, I can't wait for it to get to the end. This season, I'm going to be gutted when it ends. I hope they announce more. I don't know where we are in the manga, but I hope Fire Force finishes. I read that the manga's not too far from the end, so I'm hoping that once it does end, we get, an anime. We get to the end in the anime as well, because I mean, as I said, the animation is top quality, and I'm invested now at this point. So do good is what I'm saying. Thank you everybody for watching this review. Let me know what you thought about the episode and stuff in the comments. I love reading them. It makes me very, very happy. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Subscribe and stuff to know when that comes out, I guess. See you then. Take care, and bye, guys.